We're syncing, and we're syncing, and we're syncing, and we're syncing. And we have Facebook, and we're syncing. And you guys can hear me okay. And maybe Twitch is coming online. Maybe. Yes. Okay. So for anybody just tuning in, this isn't your traditional Twitch stream for me, but like I said, this is the Omnichan. So, of course, there are going to be other things besides me playing games to talk about on the Omnichan. One of those things is upgrading my computer. So I noticed while I was streaming, trying to use Streamlabs, that my regular memory was maxing out at 16 gigs. So I decided that it was time to get some extra RAM. Just in case, I decided to get 32 gigs of RAM to upgrade this computer, which will give me 32 plus 16, so 48 gigs of RAM. And if it weren't for budgetary restrictions, I would have done 64 gigs of RAM, all 16 gigabyte chips. But I can only afford the 32 gigs, ho hum. But we got these right here. See if I can get the camera to focus properly while at the same time balancing everything out. It's the G.Skill Trident Z RGB sticks. They are DDR4, 3600. What is it? Yeah, 3600 megahertz. And of course, because I like lights, I got the RGB kind. Whether they're going to be addressable or not, I don't know. I thought I had my knife on me. Hold on. Okay. But yeah, ever since I knew that lights could be addressable, individually controlled, and manipulated, I have been pretty excited about the concept that every light source in my room, house, what have you, could all technically, if I really wanted them to, color coordinate in sync across all places, whether that be to music, a movie, or whatever you can think of. The most fun idea is to use the Amazon Dot. She's listening. But to say something like red alert, and then the whole house goes nuts into this like lockdown mode type thing, and that would just be so cool. I mean, whether you have any weapons or in the home or not, if somebody robs your house and all of a sudden the entire house comes alive, I'm pretty sure that would be scary enough for them to hey Grits, how's it going, man? I'm pretty sure that would be scary enough for them to run off, based on that. There's some nice weight to these RAM chips. That feels nice. Okay, I'm gonna start with the RAM because I think that's gonna be the easiest. I also have a M.2 SSD drive to install, which I've got right here. I have almost I now have like 3 different brands of hard drives, maybe even 4. So, I'm not sure which one's the best yet, but I'm wondering which hard drive has the Jedi Fallen Order on it, considering it seems to crash a lot and there's usually some kind of file corruption going on with it. So I think that that one's on its way out. I love where SSDs are going. I was hoping to hold out for a 4 terabyte version of this type of SSD, but they're like quadruple the price of a 2 terabyte, and even this one is now kind of outdated. But this is the baby that plays the games right here. I think. There's a delay on my cameras. That is awesome. Okay, I'm gonna try not to play with that too much. Wow. That's a big delay. But I'm gonna go ahead and crack this case open, which will be a couple seconds behind what I'm actually doing. So Grits, how was your birthday weekend, by the way? I know that you had a little bit of a stomach thing Saturday, but did the rest of the weekend go okay? Was your Monday good? Ooh. Just in case you didn't notice, there's a sticker on here, right there. This is glass. It's not plastic. I don't know how you could mistake the two, but it's for real glass. It was fun. Awesome, man. Glad it went well. Well, I'm peeking inside this thing, but you guys can't, so let's see if I can't move this camera a little bit closer here so you can actually see what I got going on. Let me see. Maybe I can direct a little bit here, show you what's in my guts here. Obviously, I got my graphics card right there, GeForce RTX. I can't remember the specific number right now, and it's not going to tell me. I want to say it's a 2060, 2070, or 2080, one or the other. This is one of my SSDs right here. This came off of my original laptop. It was my first hard drive upgrade, and I'm a little worried that this is the one that's dying at the moment. And then the rest of them, I found this out after I installed this one. This whole back plating here is supposed to be, the hard drives are supposed to go on the flip side of this. But I figured they were supposed to go on this side because you're showing off your gear. And you got all this cool lighting with these RGB fans going on right here. So I was like, well, that doesn't make any sense, but all of the wiring is friendly to the idea of actually putting them behind this wall. The M.2 hard drive that I got today is going to be going right here above the graphics card. In, let's see, as we get focused, come around in this area right here. And then, of course, my extra 2 RAM sticks will be going in this area here, sitting in those beds that are so barely visible between those spots there. Let's see if I can't set up a little perch view. I knew this production of upgrading the PC was going to be slightly rough, and also making sure that you could see me talk to you guys while I'm actually doing this. Okay. So you can kind of see where the RAM chips are there. I'll give you a before and after. You got the before while I was giving you the tour. Let me take a closer look here. Grab my phone. Oh, Horde mode on Gears 5? That's awesome. Is Horde mode kind of like Zombies with Call of Duty, but, you know, with Locust? Okay. And there's the ridge. So I don't know if you guys can see this or not, but when you got RAM chips, there's this little ridge. Camera's in the way. Back up a little bit. It's not gonna be very friendly. Oh, maybe it's right there. There's a little ridge that you gotta pay attention to. It's the only direction your RAM chips can go in when you're installing additional RAM in your computer. Part of the reason for me making this video is to demystify how computers are put together and kind of show you, with the right research, you can kind of do this stuff yourself without having to pay somebody a lot of money to do it for you. Oh yeah, you know, I think I remember playing that with Gears 3. A wave-based thing. 50 waves and then a boss every 10 waves. How often are the ammo restocks? I'm sure it's got to start to go down after a while. Alright. So I'm looking for the little dip on these chips. You can kind of see that gap in the plates. That's where you want to line up, find out which side it's supposed to go on. Like I was saying, it can only go one way, so you don't want to force it. Maybe you did accidentally put it in the wrong way otherwise. It looks like I guessed right. We're going to guide this buddy in. It should have enough room to get in there. Make sure the pins are lining up with the track. There it goes. And then, is that locked in? Nope. Open this back up. It's an interesting feeling. It's not going in like it normally is supposed to. Yeah, I don't want to force it too hard, just in case I'm missing something. Because normally they snap into place, but the way that this casing is set up, looks like it may not. Actually, let me try to pull one of the others up. Nope. So it will lock into place. Maybe I do have them upside down. Nope. Flipping it back. Sorry you guys can't see this better. I was hoping that it would have a really good angle, but doesn't appear to. Oh. It seems like it snapped in, but the opposite side doesn't feel like it's grabbing. Maybe it's not supposed to. Alright. It's definitely more snug now than it was. Let's see what we got. Some mobs drop guns for ammo or new guns. There are gun lockers you can build to put empty guns to restock ammo as well. Okay. So there seems to be some good strategy with it. I think what I remember getting frustrated about in Call of Duty Zombies is that it was almost like borderline not enough resources. I also just realized that I didn't rename my feed. So it probably says Gears 5 still from yesterday. I was just so excited to actually get in and do this. So we'll continue on. And I'll rename the stuff later. And hopefully the new names will stick. Because that would be annoying. Sure thing, man. Okay. So, going in this way again. Those cooling blades look really, really cool. Or neat. Use cool twice in the same sentence for different reasons. Okay, so now moving on to the hard drive. Let's see here. I like keeping the boxes clean, even though I'm probably gonna just chuck them straight into the trash. But it helps if you know, there's something wrong and I have to repackage and send them back. if you guys have been paying attention to some of the other videos and posts that I've been making, this was the hard drive that decided to take a trip to North Carolina, despite being probably less than 20 miles away from my house, because when UPS handed it off to the Postal Service, for whatever reason, they thought it'd be a good idea to take it to North Carolina. Maybe it needed to high-five another computer or something, I don't know. So right now, I'm looking for the pin that'll screw this little guy in place. And this is much smaller than I imagined it to be. I could have swore these were at least twice the size of what it is. Oop. Another fancy little seal. There we go. All right. All right. No major warnings on what to do next on that. Let me just see if this pin that I'm potentially seeing is actually a socket type deal. I feel like I might be ignoring somebody. Okay. Let me find one that fits. Might be this one. Just in case. I don't want to strip these out. They're very tiny. Yep, this one fits better. So this is another first. Instead of like a Phillips head screw, the thing that secures this M.2 hard drive in place is actually a little bolt. This little guy right here. Oh, right there. I'm hoping this wasn't magnetic. Nope. Just... oh, it is. Okay. Well, fingers crossed. It's not great to use magnetic things around delicate electronics like these, but things have gotten better in terms of shielding. so it's not as terrible, I suppose. See, you guys got a good view there? Probably not. I thought this was going to behave just a little bit better than it is. But my big hands are... Whew. Whoops. Looked like I had more room in the manual. I really don't want to have to... Yeah, I got the RAM chips in. They're the ones with the white tops. Now I'm just trying to get the SSD in without removing the graphics card, and my grip and dexterity. There it goes. Whew. A little difficult. All right. So you can see, looking closer, and I'll just put that little baby chip right there. Oops. Yeah, let's see. Change my light. Oop. Goes in that little groove. Wow, I can't even reach. So you're just gonna have to trust. So that little lip on the left-hand side. Wow, coordinating camera and finger is not working. Over on that left-hand side, that's where that bolt is getting ready to go. And that's gonna secure it in place on the board, so that it doesn't try to run away. Ooh. That didn't work. Alright. Approach this differently. You didn't. Maybe it's time for the tweezers. Okay. I think we got it. A little bit of room there. Okay. They are in. Hard drive and RAM. It's a wonderful day. But it's not over yet. Now I have to put this back together and hope that, like usual, the software side of the world and the hardware side, if something weird happened, goes well during the startup. So go ahead and turn this off, and we'll put camera back over here. Wow. Looking down at the desk. It's kind of funny. Camera looks sad. It's like, oh, Look at this terrible keyboard. I thought you said you were gonna get a Razer. Yeah, I am eventually, but 32 gigs of RAM and 2 terabyte SSD M.2 gets priority. Okay. Now for the fun part. My space is fully optimized, so that means certain things, like this giant tower, fit into a very tight space. I don't know if I'm gonna play any today yet. I definitely wanted to get this upgrade done and out of the way, but I'm just kind of in a open headspace, I suppose. Braden just commented on the Omnichan Discord. He's completely missing out on the actual upgrade, but he can always watch the replay. So now I'm going to crawl underneath this desk and get it hooked back up, which is the crazy part. Yep, those are chips. I don't know if it's going to like show enough through the glass or not, but I'll be like directly underneath the keyboard somewhere. Oh, look, a fortune. BRB, technically. Okay. I'll be curious to see that playback later. Just feet sticking out from underneath the desk like... Alright, Yep. I'll go ahead and turn this thing on now. See what kind of computer notifications we get. You did something to me. Yeah, I made you better. Hopefully you notice. Oh, there we go. Took a little bit longer for my monitors to come up. Or at least the first one. Looks like it's running through the startup process. No notifications of memory changes, which is usually the case when we get a new hard drive, but keyboard works. Alright. We still have a functional computer. It's always great. Probably going to hear a few chimes as it re-recognizes software maybe plugged into other ports. I like this G-Skill sticker, but I don't know if I want to put it on. I'm weird about stickers. A lot of people love stickers. I don't like putting stickers on things. Maybe if they paid me. Alright. Boxes are all packed up. I'll turn my mouse back on. Take a quick inventory of what has happened. See if my computer's recognizing things. Memory at 47.9. Oh yeah. RAM chips are working. And actually, now that the computer's powered up, I'll take you down to the tower, where normally you would just see these lights cycling, but now got them new fancy RAM chips installed. They're gonna go ahead and do some cycling as well. And like I said, these things are addressable. I would love to get them synced up with the Razer Synapse, but I don't know if they can yet. But I mean, just light cycling in general is so gorgeous. That's beautiful. And they're casting a nice little glow probably right on that M.2. The heatsink. Yeah. The liquid cooled fan is probably doing more of a glow on it than the RAM sticks. Still nice though. I almost feel like let's see, what else do I gotta do? Oh, I added a new hard disk, so now I gotta get into the disk manager. Take a look at that. Disk management, pull that up. You must initialize a disk before local disk manager can access it. Select disk. Okay. That is definitely what I want to do. So with a new hard drive with Windows, what it's doing right now is asking how I want to initialize this disk. And you'll see if it focuses up. You got a master boot record version and a GPT GUID partition table version. Obviously, well, not obviously, I gotta be fair. The master boot record one, you only want to select when you're making that the one that your computer wants to point to when you start your computer. And now that I'm using the camera to show off some things, you can see over here in the task manager the beautiful 48 gigs of RAM with a, what are we at? Let me get my mouse over here. 13% memory usage. Yes. Okay. So we'll put this little guy back down. Let him hang out. He's almost done his job. Oop. Stay. He's sitting on top of my mic. Alright. Yes, GUID partition table. Then I gotta set some drive letters. Let's see. We got cold storage is I. D for my, yeah, guess this one's gonna be E. Unallocated. 1863. New simple volume. Next. All the space. We'll go ahead and let you be E. Next. Volume label. I love coming up with fancy volume names. What do we want to call this one? 2 tons of fun. Cold storage, hot storage, Samsung, Yeah, we'll call this. We'll be overly technical and just call it the 970 Samsung, which is what it is, or the 970 Evo. Actually, no, it's Drive E, so we'll just keep it simple and call it Evo. Perform a quick format, enable file and folder compression. We'll just stick with, yeah, no, I don't want compression. I already dealt with that once. That was a nightmare. Next. Okay. Disk 3, path E, Evo, finish. Select to choose what happens with removable drives. You are not a removable drive. I don't know if that's a glitch with Microsoft or what. So let's see. D, I, E, huh. Let's see. Properties. So I've been noticing that during startup, sometimes it takes a little bit longer than usual for my computer to start. And I was mentioning the boot record earlier on, and for some reason, the non-native hard drive, the one that didn't come with it when I bought it, is being listed as disk 1, and the one with the Windows operating system on it is being listed as disk 2. That makes me curious if and my and my other hard drive, because I put 2 in there when I first started up, is showing up as disk 0. None of them are showing bootable partitions, but it's weird that the boot one doesn't show up as disk 0. So let's see, NTFS. Maybe that can remain a mystery for another day. But yeah, this is awesome. All 3 of my other hard drives, it's 2.75 terabytes. And now that little baby thing that I got, 2 terabytes. Boom. So much room for games. Good stuff. Okay. So let's see here. Time to do a little test. This PC. Gosh. You can see my hard drive listings here. I've got a 12 terabyte USB external hard drive for all of my multimedia projects that I do. But you can see one of them's almost maxed out for space, and that's the SSD that I was talking about, me being worried that it could be on its last leg. It's too blurry. Never mind. It's not worth it. But yeah, lots of hard drives, and I'm hoping to get to a point where like I can get them formatted to be dedicated to specific things. So like all of my video editing would happen on one. All of my well, I should say video and photo editing would happen on one. And then when the projects wrap up and they can be archived, they would move to the 12 terabyte. And then all of the gaming would be on one or two others, while the operating system would stay on one drive with like most of the default regular projects that don't require too much craziness staying on that primary hard drive. So we got plenty of room on this one. Now we're going to call this the Evo Steam folder, because you can't write games to a root drive, which I'm not sure why. And I'm going to check Fallen Order real quick to see which hard drive that's stored on. Browse local files. It is on drive D. Drive D. And I think Borderlands, which was also crashing on me, is on drive D. Let me double check. Properties, local, drive D. Yep. So it is very possible that my original SSD is finally crashing, which is tragic. But on the bright side, the 2 terabyte drive that I got will have the space to not only to take on the games from the old drive, but also give me the space to add the new games that I've got, like Cyberpunk and Rogue Squadron, that I've been waiting to play. So that's really awesome. Speaking of games to install, I am going to put Cyberpunk on the brand new eDrive hard drive once I can pick it. Aww. Huh. Oh, wait, there we go. Select. Cool. Cyberpunk is 62.67 gigabytes, and it is saying it's going to take 4 hours to download. Download games, by the way, Grits, as one of the things as to why I'm like up in the air about playing tonight, is because it will suck the entire bandwidth of my internet connection out until it's done. It's the craziest thing. I couldn't figure out what was going on. I had to actually watch the switch, and the throttle for the port that my computer's plugged into was just like shoo. It's insane. But yeah, I'm actually getting ready to click that button, and I'm almost wondering if my stream is going to go a little haywire while I'm working on that now too. But we'll see. The download has begun. Pre-allocation is apparently going to take 30 minutes. I don't know. We'll see. Man. The colors on those RAM sticks are nice. I love having a glass desk so that you can kind of see like all the lights. It's wonderful. Yes, I'm very happy with this install. Now I've just got like 30 days to make sure that nothing fails. Technically, stuff that's out of my hands, but it should be smooth sailing. Usually computer components are, so that's always nice. I am going to call it for this stream. I may be on later. If Cyberpunk installs quickly, I will probably be playing that tonight just to get the intro to that world started and figured out. And then, um, if it gets too late, I'll probably call it like right within the first 30 minutes of actually playing the game because I hear character customization is a little crazy. And I'll have to turn off everything but Twitch when I do that stream just because this game is definitely mature and there are people, younger eyes, in my Facebook audience that I want to avoid having them see that, so it'll be a Twitch exclusive. But yeah, Grits, thanks for hanging out while I was doing my install. I hope you're having fun on the Horde, and I have a vacation coming up soon, so there might be a time we'll have to compare games. Actually, I still got to go onto Xbox Live on the computer and accept your friend request. But we should compare libraries and see what we got to play together. I did get the Master Chief Collection for Halo, which is always a fun game to play too. But yeah, maybe we could do Horde mode one night. If Braden's got it, then we can do like a huge team. Let's see. Oh, sweet dude, thanks. Yeah, I'll check my whispers. I definitely don't have Twitch pulled up at the moment, but I'll look at them as soon as I get done wrapping this up. So yeah, I'm so used to having the fancy things to click on that say thanks for watching and stuff, but yeah.